everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco, and on today's show, I am absolutely pumped up and ready to go to bring you my review of probably my favorite game that I've played so far in 2023. And if you haven't figured it out yet by my Arsenal hat, I am talking, of course, about not only the best game I've played in 2023, the best soccer game I've ever played on the tabletop, and that is, of course, Soccer Blast by Play Games. So I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet because I just want to get downstairs and get going and really show this game off. This is an issue with football games of all types, whether it's American football or English football or world football, we'll call it. The issue you run into all the time is how do you find that balance between statistically accurate, easy to play, not going to take 2 to 3 hours to play, but yet you still feel the flow and the energy and the ebbs and the flows and the highest and the lowest moments of a football match. And of all the games that I played the APA game, APA Soccer. That won't make it to the channel. I'll say it right now. And the main reason why I won't make it to the channel is that game is so statistically accurate. I mean, it is spot on in terms of accuracy, but it will take nearly 3 hours to complete a match. And if you're into that, by all means, go and play that game. Another game that will probably make it to the channel just because it's so fun to play is Dice United. But the problem with Dice United is it doesn't itch that scratch for me of statistical accuracy. I could sit down at my tabletop and play 30 games, and I'm not exaggerating, play 30 games in a couple of hours, but I'm going to get very, very basic results, okay? Soccer Blast bridges that gap, chef's kiss, beautifully. The game feels natural. The ball movement feels natural. The system is easy. It took me maybe 3, 4, 5 playthroughs to really get in rhythm, but once you get in rhythm, it really truly feels like you're playing a true soccer experience. And the best part is it is statistically accurate, and that is key when it comes to sports games. I know you guys are like me, and you're big sports nuts, and you're statistical. Your brains always want to see statistics come up pretty accurate. And I got to say, and we're going to be playing with that team tonight, Paris Saint-Germain. When Mbappe is on the field and the ball is on his foot, you feel like the ball is going to go in. And then when you look at the stat sheet at the end of the game and you see 5, 6, 7, 8 shots from Mbappe and a couple of goals, and then you go and see what he did in the World Cup and you compare it and you go, wow, that is pretty accurate. So, in essence, before we head down to the game room, I really just want to highlight, if you're looking for an easy-to-play soccer experience where it feels like you're playing soccer, you're not going to get bogged down with statistics, but at the end of your game, it's going to feel statistically accurate, Soccer Blast is your game. So without further ado, let's go unbox, let's get downstairs, and let's take a look at my game of the year so far in 2023. It's early, it's only February, but so far, the best game of the year, Soccer Blast. Woo! All right. It's time for Soccer Blast. I cannot wait. Seriously, I've been looking forward to doing this since I picked up the game. So, head down here. We have our pitch all set up. Our yellow card penalty charts over here. I've got the bench players over here because I've already picked out the lineups for today. We've got our pitch action chart over here. I think it's off camera. Is our referee decision chart. And I've got our kick action chart here with some out-of-bounds rulings, some attacks on targets. I will explain all of it as we go. And then over here on the laptop, I'm going to be keeping stats because we are playing a fantastic matchup. I'm psyched just for the matchup, let alone doing this video. I am doing a 2022 Champions League replay, and that is the set that I got. And tonight's match is between the visiting Paris Saint-Germain and the home team, the team that won the tournament last year, but in my league, they have not played yet, and that is Real Madrid. So let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup, and I will explain a little bit of the layout of the pitch as we meet our starting lineup. So let's go with the visiting team first. So as you'll see, in Soccer Blast, there are 5 slots plus the keeper slot. Well, you're probably thinking, well, there's 11 players that play soccer. Yes, I'm aware, and the excellent creators of this game are aware of that as well. So that's why we're putting 2 players in each zone. So if you're the away team, you're shooting at this goal. If you're the home team, you're shooting at that goal. So you want your forwards to be closest to the goal, your defenders furthest from the goal, and you're going to line them up like so. So the starting lineup for Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, up front, Lionel Messi and Angel Di Maria are going to be our 2 up front, our 2 forwards. And our second forward, because they run a little bit more of a 3-forward system, so I try and make the lineups as close as possible as I can. So Kylian Mbappe is going to be our second forward, and his line mate will be Neymar. Our midfielders for this match is going to be Marco Verratti and Ander Herrera. And then our defenders for Paris Saint-Germain is Presnel Kimpembe and Achraf Hakimi. And the very back of the defense, the last line of defense, is Nuno Mendes and Marquinhos. And starting in net at keeper for Paris Saint-Germain is Keylor Navas. Now let's meet the home team, the team that won this tournament in real life. And of course, starting at the striker position is Karim Benzema and his line mate Vinicius Jr. And followed, last but not least, in that forward position is going to be Marco Asensio and his line mate Federico Valverde. But I'm actually going to start Valverde because he is a triangle. I'll explain what that means in just a second. Midfielders for this match, Luka Modric and Casemiro are going to be in the midfield. And our defense for Real Madrid, David Alaba and Ferland Mendy. And then finally, the last line of defense, Edor Militao and Danny Carvajal are our defenders. And finally, in net for Real Madrid is Thibaut Courtois. All right, so 2 players in each. Got our dice all ready to go. I created these. If you want, I could kind of send you the template that I used. Really, all the template is get yourself a nice paper cutter and cut off these lines and then just write the clock on it. And then I've added some cards for stoppage time. I like this better than ticking off. So the game comes with a score sheet. I don't have it out here. The game, you tick off the timer as you go on. As you know, soccer, you count up. I see people that have the play mats, and the play mats are really awesome. I just haven't gotten around to buying mine yet. But the play mats have a little pawn that you can circle around to mark off time like that. I like to use these. I think they're nice and easy to use. I just make them. I print them out on some cardstock, and off we go. All right, so now I think it's going to be best for me to just kind of explain as I go along, and at the risk of maybe ruining some of the fluidity of the game, because that is the most beautiful thing about the beautiful game, is the fluidity of it and the constant motion. And Soccer Blast is the only game that I've been able to find that's been able to really capture that. So I want to showcase that. And then one last thing, I'm keeping stats off to the side because this is a league that I'm trying to play through. I can post the stats if you'd like when we're all done, but when we are done, I'm just going to kind of go through it to show you how statistically accurate this game is as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll our decider die to see who begins with the kickoff. Normally this would be a coin toss. So the home team, if it comes up a bullet, Real Madrid as the home team will kick off. It is not, so Paris Saint-Germain is going to begin with the ball. So the game is played primarily with 3 dice, and again, I'll explain everything as we go along. So I'll flip my first card. It's the first half. Is only 45 minutes per half, plus I got my stoppage time cards up here, which I'll explain those when stoppage time comes up. By default, we start with 1 extra minute, just by default. Every time there's a yellow card or a free kick because of a yellow card or a goal, I like to add up, or any other delays, if you will. Like sometimes you get a result of like a pitch battle that lasts a long time, and then and I'll explain too as we go along. Like I said, it's much better, much easier if I just explain as we go. So starting with the ball, and the first action is going to be Paris Saint-Germain. So here we go. We're in the first minute of the game, and we roll the dice. So the first thing you look at is the green die. So that is going to tell us who on the offensive side of the ball is going to switch. Now, the idea that Keith had behind this game, as I understand it, is these are the players that are in view of the TV camera. So if you think about it, really you're only going to see 5 to 6 players on each team at a time in camera view at any given time. So the green die tells us who to switch out at any given moment. So in that case, Neymar is going to come in and switch out here. Now, you have to use a little bit of imagination. So all 11 players are on the field at the same time, but Neymar has come into camera frame. What that also is going to tell us is who is controlling the ball for the moment. So I'm going to move my little marker here. The next thing you're going to do is add up the black and white die and come over to your pitch action chart and see what it calls for. So we rolled an 8. So it's a build-up. So that means we're going to re-roll the green die to determine which quality we're looking for. So we rolled a 1. So now what we're going to do is look for pace and count up all the players on the pitch that have the pace quality. So for Paris Saint-Germain, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So they've got 4. And for Real Madrid, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what that means is now I'll mark off a minute. And Paris Saint-Germain has coughed up the ball in that minute. And now Real Madrid is starting an attack. So we will roll the die again. Real Madrid has the ball. We roll the 5 on the green die. So the possession goes to the 5th player. And they switch as well. So that's going to be Danny Cavaral. So then what we're going to do is, and look at this. I think they're going to get a good shot on goal. So the first thing you're going to look at is the black on an attack. The black die tells you each one of these players, you're going to see symbols on their cards. Triangles, circles, or squares. When the offense has the ball in an attack, they have to beat whatever that number is on the black die with triangle. So in this case, if Real Madrid has more than 1 triangle, they will, for now, have a successful on-target attack. So I know off the bat, because Benzema is probably the best player besides Mbappe in this game, I know off the bat they beat a 1 because he's got 2 triangles. Valverde's got 1, Modric has 1, and Caraval has 2. So they beat it by a long shot. But that doesn't mean they get to waltz right in and take a shot, because they rolled a 2. They, being Paris Saint-Germain, rolled a 2 on the defense. So now we're going to look at the squares. How many squares? Is it more than 2? Well, Mendes has 1, Kimpembe has 1, Verratti has 1, so they stop it. So that means this is not going to be a shot on goal. Instead, this shot is going to be defended. So now we're going to add these up. That's a 3. We come over to our chart here, and we look at our attack. It was defended, rolled a 3. So that means if D2 has a circle, so we go over to the defender 2, he's got a circle, that means they have taken possession, and Neymar, the man with the circle, takes over the ball, and that was an unsuccessful attack, and you burn a time off the clock. So let's keep going. We'll roll again. We roll the 4. Paris Saint-Germain has the ball. We roll the 4, so that means the 4 player takes control, and they switch. So it's Hakimi with the ball, and they rolled an 8, so we got another build-up. And this time we're looking for the touch quality. PSG has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the underline I count as 2, so this is a 6 on touch. Real Madrid, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so PSG is going to have an attack. Burn a minute off the clock. We're in the 4th minute of the game. The number 5 player has control for now, and they switch. So they roll a 6 and a 1. So is there more than 6 triangles? Well, I don't think so. Messi's got 2. Neymar's got 2. That's 4. Verratti's got 1. Hakimi's got... That's 6. So you just have to tie it. So they do have it. But Real Madrid has a 1. So they only need 1 square. And Alaba's got it on his own. So this is going to be a successful defense. We'll come over to the defended 7. And that is out of bounds corner kick. So, just for statistical purposes, I'm going to mark who gets the corner kick, and it's going to be Paris Saint-Germain. So, for right now, we don't know who's taking the corner. That's going to be determined by our dice roll. So, corner kick, it's going to be the 1. So, that's Angel Di Maria will have the corner. I'm going to mark it on my stat sheet just so we can compare here at the end of the game. So Di Maria will get a corner. And he rolled a 12, so that is just going to go to the main chart. So this was an unsuccessful corner kick. And a 12 on the main chart says if the defense has 2 squares, it gains possession and creates an immediate counterattack. So do they have 2 squares? Yes, they do. Alaba has it by himself. So, burn a minute. Alaba's got it, and now Real Madrid is going to have an attack. So, it is going to be the number 1 player. That is Vinicius Jr. They need 5 triangles. Do they have it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, they do. They have 5. And Paris Saint-Germain needs 5 squares to make the stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have it. So this is on target, everyone. So this is a 10. We added up. An on-target shot means 0-2 spectacular save. So this is how we do this. So Junior's going to get the assist, and Valverde is going to get the shot on goal. So Valverde, I'll mark that off on my shot on goal here. Valverde has a shot. It's on target. And now we're going to go to the spectacular save chart. So we're going to roll again and see if Navas can make the stop here. We're only in the 6th minute of this game. He rolls a 10. So it says off the crossbar and goal! Federico Valverde puts it in the back of the net. And Real Madrid is on the board. It is 1-0 in the 6th minute of the game. Look at that. So now, let me just recap what happened there. Real Madrid got on a counterattack. They had more triangles. They couldn't defend it, so we went to the chart and re-rolled, and it said spectacular save 2. So the player who originally generated that attack, in this case Junior, is going to get the assist, and the shooter, which in this case was the second player, Valverde, gets the shot and nets it in. So in the 6th minute of the game, Real Madrid is on the board. I'm going to mark it here. And that is going to be a Federico Valverde goal with the assist by Junior. And it is 1-0 for the home team, Real Madrid, early in this game. So much time left, though. So I'm glad I got a goal early for everyone. So now Paris Saint-Germain, and now this is a little bit of a homebrew rule. You can do whatever you want, but after every goal, I kind of like to reset. Because if you think about it, you're going to reset after any goal anyway. So both teams are going to reset. I think that's everyone's starting lineup. And add another minute of stoppage because we had a goal. So there will be 2 minutes added to the end of the first half when we get there. And off we go. So it will be the number 1 player controlling. That is Di Maria. And they rolled an 11, so that is a corner kick. So Maria took a shot. They blocked it away. And now it's going to be a corner. Mark a minute off. It's going to be a corner for PSG. So let's see who gets it. The number 4 player, and they will switch. So Kimpembe will take the corner. And he rolled a 7. So we'll come over to our corner chart. So anything a 6 through 12, you're going to use the main chart. So basically, it's like it's almost like a reset of the offense. So let me credit the corner to Kimpembe. Like I said, I want to keep accurate stats. For my own personal use, you don't have to keep stats at all if you don't want to, but I like to, for personal use, to see how accurate it is or how accurate it feels. And like I said, I'm doing a replay league. You could do it however you want. Okay, he rolled a 7, so that's going to be on the pitch action chart. So this is going to be a midfield battle. So we're going to roll the die and see what happens in a midfield battle. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's right here. So roll the 2, so that means mark off 2 minutes, and the team with the most touch will start the next minute with an attack. So 2 minutes come off. My cards are kind of stuck together. So we're in the 10th minute now. And the team with the most touch is going to start with an attack. So PSG has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Real Madrid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're tied. I have a homebrew rule that the home team will always win tiebreakers. It's a nice way to bring home field advantage into the equation. So we've got an attack again in the 10th minute for Real Madrid. Can they net another one and go up 2-0? So it'll be the number 2 player switching and controlling. So that is Asensio. They need more than 5 triangles. So 1, 2, 3. They don't get it. So this is going to, I don't even have to check the defense. So it's going to be well defended. They rolled an 8. So in this scenario, when you roll an 8, it says 0-2 wide, 0-1 if he has a circle. So what does that mean? That means 0-2 took the shot, but it was wide. So we'll credit a shot to Asensio. And then 0-1 will gain possession if he has a circle. Well, Benzema, of course, has a circle. He's one of the best players in the game. So he will regain control, will burn the minute and re-roll, but Real Madrid gets to keep possession. So it's back to 2. They'll switch again. Again, the green die. And they rolled a 7. Another midfield battle. It's a 1, so I know only 1 minute will come off the clock. And it says mark off 1 minute. Team with the most pace starts with an attack. So let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 5 pace. And I could just eyeball it and tell you that PSG doesn't have it. So, another attack for Real Madrid. It's a 4. So, Mendy is going to have control. Do they have more than 5 triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, they do. But can PSG defend it? They need 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. They've got it. So this is defended. Defended 8. So 0-2 takes the shot. It's wide. 0-1 gets it if there's a circle, and he does. So, credit another shot to Valverde. Benzema's going to regain control. 1 minute comes off the clock. And let's re-roll. So, Real Madrid controlling the possession here. It is all Real Madrid early. So, roll the 1, switch the 1. So, Junior's in now, and they roll the 10. Tackle. If the defense team has a square, which they do, they gain possession, and we'll mark off a minute. So, PSG successfully thwarts whatever Real Madrid was brewing there. 1 has it. That's going to be Messi. Messi with the ball now. Roll the 3. That is a highlight reel on the M table. So, we come over to our highlight reel on the M table and roll our 2 die. It's a 9. Visiting team, green die player. So let's roll it. Number 4. So that's going to be Mendy. Visiting team, green die player not called for obvious infraction. The home player argues with the referee. Oh, wait, sorry. Visiting, that's going to be Kimpembe. So he's arguing with the ref. Home player argues with the ref. And now the referee is hostile to the home team. And the visiting team gets the ball. So glad that that came up this early in the match. So this is another really awesome thing about this game. It takes into account referees' attitudes towards a team. So Real Madrid scored, but now the ref is mad at them because Mendy and Kimpembe got into it, and Mendy was arguing with the ref. So now the ref is going to be hostile for the rest of the half towards Real Madrid. So that exchange took a minute. We'll add a minute of stoppage time. That's one of those things, like I said, I'll add stoppage time because there was some arguing going on. So Paris Saint-Germain is going to hang on to the ball. And it's 1 again. So that's going to be Di Maria. And they rolled an 8. That's a build-up. So let's find out what it is. It is pace. So 1, 2... Underlines count as 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the pace for PSG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So look at this. Real Madrid is going to get another attack here in the 16th minute. Controlling the ball is Alaba. Do they have 3 triangles? Yes, they do. Does PSG have 2 squares? Yes, they do. So this is defended 5. So Alaba took the shot, but it's wide, and D4, that means Kimpembe will pick up the ball if he has a square. He does. So an unsuccessful attempt and a missed shot by Alaba, and taking back over is going to be Paris Saint-Germain. So let's see. They have not, just looking at my stats sheet here, 4 shots on goal already for Real Madrid. Only 1 for Paris Saint-Germain. So they really need to get moving here. So it's 4. So that's going to be Hakimi. Roll the 7, that's a midfield battle. So let's re-roll again. Roll the 6. So that means 6 minutes are coming off the clock in this midfield battle. Let's count them off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So all the way to the 23rd minute already. Team with the most stars starts the next attack. Well, Mendes, it's 1. Verratti's 2. Mbappe's 3. Di Maria's 4. But I think, oh yeah, they're all 5 stars on Real Madrid. So Real Madrid, yet another attack opportunity in the 23rd minute. Can they convert it? Casemiro holds on. Do they have 6 triangles? They might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they don't. So this is going to be defended. 10. So that means Junior took the shot, and it's going to go to 0-3 if he has a circle, and he does. So we'll credit the shot to Junior. Was not on target, but they're going to keep possession of the ball. So now it's going to Asensio, and they roll the 6, and that is a take-on. So it is a 1 and a 5. So that means we're going to, if it's a black 5, that's the offense. So it's going to be Carvajal versus Di Maria. And now we're going to check to see which quality we're checking on. And it's touch. They both have the touch quality, but there again, home field advantage. Carvajal's going to grab it. So he wins the matchup. That means once again, Real Madrid gets a chance to an attack here. And it's going to be a 5. That means they'll switch as well. Do they have more than 1 triangle? They sure do. Does Paris Saint-Germain have more than 4 squares? 1, 2, 3. No, they don't. This is a successful on-target attack. Uh-oh, could be a goal here. 5 on target says 0, 4, or 5 shoots. So who do I want taking the shot here? Well, 5's going to get the assist, so let's have 4 take the shot. And I don't think this is going to be a successful shot because you never really want your defenders to take the shot. So now let me show you what happens on a shot. So we roll the 1. So we'll just switch out the 1. And now we will add up the assist and shot rating for our shooter and our assist maker. So there is, so Milatio, I don't know how you pronounce his name, I'm sorry, is the guy getting the assist, but he doesn't have anything on his assist rating, and he doesn't have anything on his shot ratings. This is a 0, so 0 beats nothing. So this is going to be a successfully saved shot, and we'll add that up. That was a 6. Again, my fat fingers. So save 6, and it says 2 squares at 5, and he will collect it. Otherwise, 2 gets a rebound shot. Uh-oh. So here's what happened here. Alaba got the shot. It was on target. So I'll mark that down. It was deflected aside, but it goes for a rebound to Asensio, who is one of the best shooters on the team. So we re-roll, and I'm glad a 6 came up because I can demonstrate what happened here. So, because this is an attack, when a 6 comes up on an attack of any kind, even rebounds, that is offside. So they will not get the rebound shot. Instead, Paris Saint-Germain takes over in the 26th minute. If that was any other number, we would have seen if Marco Asensio, my name in my namesake there, would have scored. But alas, they were offsides because we rolled a green 6. And we move on because the beautiful game needs to be fluid. And now PSG will have the ball. So, roll the 4. That's going to be Kimpembe. Roll the 7. That's a midfield battle. That's a 1. So, only 1 minute comes off. And team with the most pace will start the attack. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at this. Paris Saint-Germain has an attack. Roll the 2, so they have to switch. It would have been Mbappe. Instead, it's Neymar. And, oh, man, they need to have 6 triangles. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't. So, it's automatically defended. So, it says 05 will get the ball if he has a circle. So, he does. So, Paris Saint-Germain, even though the attack doesn't go well, they still keep the ball. Not on an attack. They just keep possession of the ball. So we'll roll again. So now Mbappe will have control of the ball. And they roll the 4, so that's home field advantage. So Mbappe will turn it over, and the home team starts with an attack. Oh, man. All right, roll the 6. Guess what? They're offsides. Offsides on the attack yet again. So Paris Saint-Germain takes over. And this game could have easily been 3-0 already, but 2 offsides calls have come in. All right, roll the 5. So Marquinhos is going to begin with the ball. They roll the 12, so that's a counter. Uh-oh. 2 squares, and they have it. So this is an automatic counterattack by Real Madrid. Roll the 4, so it's going to be Mendy initiating the attack. They need to have 4 triangles. 1, 2, 3. They don't have it. It's defended. So on a 6, it's 0-1 wide. So Benzema shoots and it's wide. D5 gets it if he has a square. So Marquinhos has it. So we'll mark down a shot from Benzema. And Paris Saint-Germain will grab it in the 32nd minute. So first half nearly over now. And so now they're not in an attack. So what happens when you roll a 6 is the other 2 die tell you which players to switch on the defense. So we roll the 1, so the 1 player on defense will switch, and a 5, so the 5 on the defense will switch, and we'll proceed as normal. So they roll the 5, referee decision. Uh-oh. So let's see what happens. So we'll come over to, and they are a neutral referee towards Real Madrid. Remember, they're hostile right now towards Real Madrid, but they are neutral towards PSG. So let's see. Roll the 5. It says, roll one die. If it's a 1 through 5, they called for offsides. So it is offsides. So I'm not even going to read the rest. It would have been an attack. So PSG called for offside. So we'll burn a minute. And I'm actually looking at my clock here. I'm going to call a timeout here because I've got to switch the cameras. I say this on every video. And I don't know how to fix it. If you're a camera guru and you know how to fix this, please let me know in the comments. But my cameras, I'm using Canon camera up here. They only allow me to record in 30-minute increments. Otherwise, it'll just cut off. I've recorded a video before where I went like an hour straight and realized I would have to reshoot that. So time out real fast. Time out on the field. And we'll reset the cameras and resume here. And we'll probably get the whole second half in when I come back. 1 second. Okay, we're back. It is Real Madrid ball since PSG just got called offside. So we're going to roll and see what they do with it. It's going to be the number 3. So that's Modric holding control. They rolled an 8, so that is a build-up. And we're looking for hard. So whichever team is the most hard is going to begin the next minute with an attack. So Kimpembe, that's 1, 2, 3. And for Real Madrid, it's a 3. They're at home, so they win the tie. So we'll burn a minute off. And here comes Real Madrid with yet another attack. It's going to be the 2 controlling. That is Valverde, who got our first goal of the game. They need 6 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't get it, so it's defended. Put them together, that's 9. It says 0-3 wide. So the shooter was Modric. I'll mark that down, and he pushed it wide. But 0-2 will get it if there's a circle, and he doesn't have it. So this basically just careens out of bounds. Take a minute off for the attack, and Paris Saint-Germain will settle down and take control here. Let's see if they can generate some offense. They're down 1-0, almost to halftime. Neymar will control. Roll the 6. It's a take-on. So we're looking at the number 4 of the defense, or the offense, and the number 2 of the defense. So it's going to be Kimpembe versus Valverde. And the quality we're looking for is a 5. So that's tactics. Valverde has it, Kimpembe doesn't. So Valverde takes it, and they will go on attack yet again. So here comes Real Madrid. The 5 will control. That's Milatio. I've said his name differently every time I've called it. I ought to learn what it is. All right, do they have 4 triangles? 1, 2, 3. Yes, they do. Do Paris Saint-Germain have 5 squares? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they don't. So this is on target. So 0-1 is our shooter. So that's going to be Junior shooting with Malatio with the assist, which he doesn't have any. So now we get to show you a full-on shot, unless, of course, they get called offsides, and they don't. All right, so I get to show you the full shot here. So I hope this stays in camera. I can't really tell. All right, so first things first, switch the 5. So now Carvajal is going to get the assist, and he's got a star. So what you're going to do is you're going to add up the assist stars and the shot stars and see if it meets or exceeds the black die. So he's a 1 on the assist. He's a 4, so that's 5. So they meet it. So this is a big shot. Now, the goalkeeper needs to have an on-target rating equal to or more than this. So roll the 3. That's pretty good. He's an on-target of a 3-star. So what this means is Junior takes the shot. Navas gets up, makes the save, and now we're going to head down to our save chart. It's an 8. It's going to be collected by D5, so that is going to be Marquinhos. So we'll mark that down as an on-target shot for Junior. And take a minute off, and PSG will resume with the ball. It's going to be the 4. That's Hakimi. Rolled an 11. Corner kick. So Hakimi will get a shot. Pushed it out of bounds. So now PSG is going to get a corner. Mark a minute off. Already in the 38th minute of action. So taking the corner is going to be the 2. And that's Mbappe. So we'll mark down a corner for Mbappe. And it's a 3. So we come over to our corner kick. Highlight reel corner kick. Oh no, Mbappe might score here and tie the game. Highlight reel corner kick. Let's re-roll it. It's an 8. Offense player 0-2 opportunity to make the header shot for the goal. So we look at Mbappe's header rating. There's nothing there. So we're going to come over to the shot. If there's nothing there, it says average skill set, a score. If he scores a goal, if you roll between a 2 and a 5. So take your 2 dice. Mbappe is going to put this in the back of the net and tie the game if they equal to 5 or less. Just misses. So Courtois, a huge save. And Mbappe cannot tie it up, but he will get a shot on goal. And so that's going to careen out of bounds. And it will be a fresh reset for Real Madrid. And Mbappe came that close to tying this game up here in the first half. Okay. Real Madrid with the ball. It's going to be Benzema with it. Roll the 9. Sideline battle. Rolls of 3 or 6. Mark off 3 minutes. So 3 minutes are gone. 1, 2, 3 minutes are gone. Getting late in the first half now. 3 minutes gone. And we're going to look at the out-of-bounds ruling. So that's this chart here. Out-of-bounds ruling. Roll the 2. So team with the most circles is going to gain possession. All right, count them up. Real Madrid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So PSG's got to have more than 5. 1, 2, 3. They don't have it. So Real Madrid hangs on. This is why they won the Champions League last year. They are relentless in their attacks. So it will be the 3. That's Casemiro. Roll the 4. Home field advantage. Home team takes advantage and goes on attack. Take a minute off. Okay, here we go. An attack sequence for Real Madrid. Can they go up 2-0? They need 5 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got it, but only 1 square needed, and that's a successful defense. So Junior takes the shot. It's wide. It goes to defenseman number 5 if he's got a square. Marquinhos has 2 of them. So a successful defense by PSG. So I'll credit the shot to Junior. And PSG will take over in the 44th minute. We're going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time. added on, and it's going to be Messi. Here we go, Messi with it. Roll the 3, highlight reel. Uh-oh, they could tie it here. Highlight reel M. Let's roll it. Rolled an 8. Defense green dye player injured. Oh, no, that's Casemiro is injured. And he's removed from the game. Oh, man. So we got to check his injury rating, which is his start. And he's got a little... I don't know if you could see this, but he's got one of these... I don't actually see that. If someone could help me out in the comments, I don't see this symbol on here. It's a little cross. So I guess part-time starter. So either way, Casemiro is going to have to be removed from this game. So I need to find another midfielder for Real Madrid. I'll go with Lucas Vazquez here. He's got a triangle and a circle and a 1-shot rating. So Lucas Vazquez is going to come in. That's 1 more minute of stoppage time. And that took a minute. So we're in the last minute. Now let me add Lucas Vazquez to the roster here. Lucas Vazquez. He has entered the game here in the 44th minute. And we play on. So it's going to be PSG retaining the ball. Can they get a last minute attack? It's 2-2. Number 2. That's Neymar with the ball. Roll the 6. That's a take on. So it's going to be 4 versus 2. 4 on the black die. So Hakimi versus Valverde. And what are we looking for? A 4. And that is hard. They're both hard. So Real Madrid yet again is going to create an attack. And we're into stoppage time now. So almost the end of the first half. And this is an attack. They roll the 6. They're offsides again. Wow. All right. So they burn the first minute of extra time. What can PSG do here? It's going to be 1. So that's Angel Di Maria. Roll the 2. That's an attack. So if the offensive team has a triangle, which they do, it's an attack. So we'll burn a minute. So 2 minutes left. Let's see if PSG can tie the game before the half. They're offsides. Oh, man. So they get whistled for offsides. We're in the final minute of stoppage time. So only 1 play left, essentially. So this is really, they're really just going to play this out. So it's a 1. That's going to be Benzema. And they roll the 3. Oh, man. Highlight reel. Roll again on the highlight reel M. Can they get a last-second goal? Here we go. Let's roll it. It's a 7. Offensive play. I keep forgetting to roll all 3 dice. So, offensive green die player. Opportunity to make a header for the goal. Woo! Oh, man. That's Benzema. He's got that plus sign. So, he's a super skill set. Oh, now I see what I messed up here. So, actually, Vazquez shouldn't be in this game. As that little cross that I didn't know what that meant because I had never seen that before. He's an Iron Man. So I'm going to have that player come back out in the second half. But, okay, so let's get back to this. So he's a plus. So superstar skill set. He scores. So Benzema in the final minute of stoppage time is going to score if these 2 die equal 9 or less. And it's a goal for Benzema and Real Madrid at the buzzer. Whistle sound, and look at that. Benzema gets a last-second goal, and Real Madrid goes up 2-0 at the end of the first half. Oh boy, what an exciting first half of football here in Real Madrid. And oh boy, I can't wait. Let's dive into the second half. All right, so we're into the second half now. I got my second stack out. Let's get the stoppage time all set up and ready to go. Again, I made these myself. Super easy. Just cut out some squares and put it on there. I know the game comes with scorecards that you could check off. Or if you buy a mat, they've got the circle around it and you just move the pawn around to keep time. I like these cards. I use it for Appa Hockey as well, which I'll eventually bring that game to the table. All right, let's reset. Second half about to get underway, and I can't remember who started with the ball. I should keep notes here. I think PSG started with the ball. So, yes, they did. So, that means Real Madrid is going to start the second half with the kickoff. All I'm doing here is resetting our starters. Oh, yeah, I got to bring back our buddy Casemiro here because I misread his card. So, Casemiro is going to come back in the second half. He's an Iron Man rating. I didn't know what that rating meant, but I just happened to find it as I was looking for the result of that header shot. So he will come back into the game. And, well, it's 2-0 Real Madrid, and they won this tournament last year. So they are on a roll. And PSG so far is probably the best team that I've played with. This is actually on camera the first time I am playing with Real Madrid. And I am genuinely shocked at how well they attack. And they're going to start the second half with the ball here with a 2-0 lead. So Real Madrid. So I want to talk about this too. There is a setting, we'll call it, where the leading team, if they want to just kill the clock, every time they go on the attack, you don't attack, you just re-roll on the pitch action chart and just keep counting off the time as if that was their first roll. With a 2-0 lead, unless it's, maybe 15 minutes to go, I don't like to do that. 3-0 lead, I'll do it the whole half to try and get the game over with. All right. Second half, Real Madrid, a 2-0 lead. Let's see if they can grow that lead or if PSG can come back. So roll the 3. Casemiro's going to control. Roll the 10. So that says tackle. If defense team has a square, it gains possession. And they do have a square. So PSG, a little upset with being down 2-0, right away takes the kickoff away from Real Madrid and takes control. It is a 6, but not on an attack. So just the 2 on the defense will swap since there is no 6. They rolled an 8. This is a build-up. So the team with the most hard qualities will begin an attack in the next minute. Hard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. For PSG, 1. Only 3, so PSG's got an attack. Here we go. Can PSG get on the board here? It's going to be the 3 controlling, so they'll switch. Do they have 3 triangles? Oh, they do, of course, but just between Messi and Mbappe. But only 1 square needed to make the defense, and they will make it. So this is a 4 defense. So Mendes takes the shot. It's wide. D4 will get it if he has a circle, and that is Mendy, and he does. So a thwarted attack. We will credit the shot to Mendes, however. So right out of the gate here in the second half, PSG squanders an opportunity to get on the board. And Real Madrid will take over and roll the 5. So that's going to be Carvajal defending. And he rolled a 9. So we've got a sideline battle. If it's a 4 or 5, 2 minutes come off. So that's a 4 or 5, 2 minutes come off. And we'll go to the out of bounds chart to see who will get the ball. It's a 6, so the home team gets the ball. So that's yet another possession for Real Madrid. And they roll the 2. So that's Valverde controlling. And a 5. So referee decision. Oh boy. Okay, so they were hostile. The refs were hostile towards Real Madrid. But that rating is only good for the remainder of the half. We're on to the second half, so they're back to being neutral, unless, of course, they do something here to piss off the refs. So, roll the 7. Defense, yellow card. Oh, no. Who gets the yellow card? It's going to be Mendes. Mendes whistled for the yellow. Mark that down on the stat sheet. Add a minute of stoppage time. So, yellow, and it's a indirect free kick. No, direct free kick. I'm sorry. So, PSG is going to get a free kick. So we're going to come over to our free kick chart over here. So roll every die. 4. So the free kick is going to be taken by Alaba. And it's a 4. So that's going to be on target. Use the kick rating. Oh, no. On target shot now. Here we go. Oh, boy. All right. Could be 3-0 in a flash. So, on target. Roll the 3. I'm sorry. So, the 3's got to switch. Roll an 8. O2's our shooter. Valverde's our shooter. They need a combined 4. They don't have it. They don't have it. So, this is going to be a save. And an 8 on the save says collected by D5. All right, so it's thwarted again. So PSG starting to stop some of these attacks here. So we'll credit the shot to Valverde. But an on-target shot. And now PSG takes over. Down 2-0. The number 4 will control. That's Hakimi. Roll the 7. I got to get this chart out of the way and put it back in its placeholder here. Roll the 7. That's a midfield battle, so some time might come off here. 3 minutes are going to come off. And strong, team with the most strong qualities will start an attack. So let's get our 3 minutes off the clock. Man, these cards are a little sticky. All right, 55th minute. We've got an attack the most strong ratings. 1, 2. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's for sure Real Madrid. So another attack for Real Madrid. Another 6. Another offsides. Wow. A little over anxious there. So Real Madrid, even with a 2-0 lead, cannot stop themselves from getting offside. A little too excited there. Roll the 6, so no one will switch on the offense. It's going to be the number 3 on defense switch. They roll the 6. That's a take-on, so 3 versus 3. Whoever has the most touch ratings. And it's going to be Herrera, so PSG on the attack. It is still kept in by the number 3, but now it's Verratti. Do they have 2 triangles? Well, Messi's got 2 by himself. Do they have 2 squares? Well, Alaba's got 2 by himself. So this is going to be defended. That's a 4. So the shooter was the number 5. That's Mendes. And it goes to the D3 if he has a circle, and he does. So we'll mark the shot off for Mendes. But yet another attack opportunity squandered for PSG, and it's starting to get a little late here, approaching the 60th minute of this battle. Roll the 6. Again, they're not on an attack, so it's not offsides. They are offsides if it's 666, by the way, because I know someone's going to point that out in the comments. I know, if it's 666, it is an offsides, even when it's not on an attack. All right, so we'll swap out 3. They roll the 9. That's a sideline battle. 3 minutes come off the clock. So we're into the 61st minute already. And who is it out of bounds? Who gets it? It's the trailing team. So favorable call there for PSG. So they will gain possession. It's the 3. They rolled an 11. That's a corner. Okay, here we go. Verratti. Verratti's going to have possession. This is a corner kick. I have to credit Verratti with the shot. That's what I meant to do. So Verratti gets a shot. And it's a corner for PSG. They're down by 2 goals. And it will be the number 4. They'll switch, and it's Kimpembe taking the corner. That's his 2nd corner of the game. Wow, PSG has had 4 corners, and they haven't been able to connect on a single one. And they roll the 6 on the corner, and my chart says that's just going to be the main chart. And a 6 on the main chart is a take-on, so it's 1 versus 5. So that's Messi versus Cabral. And the quality we're looking for is a 3, strong. And nobody wins it, so that means The defender is going to make the tackle, and it's the home advantage. So Lionel Messi, of all the qualities I could have rolled, I roll the one he doesn't have. So Real Madrid takes over. Almost triple sixes there. Look at that. So they'll roll a 12. It's 2 with the possession. That's Asensio. Oh, boy. And 2 squares is a counter. They've got it. They've got it. So this is an attack again for PSG. Getting late. It's the one, probably the one guy you didn't want to switch out. Do they have more than 2 triangles? Yes, they do by Mbappe alone. But, oh man, only 1 square needed. So yet another stop by Real Madrid. And that's a 3. So it's going to go to the defender too if he has a circle. And he doesn't. Okay, so they stopped the shot from going off. But PSG will hang on. So we'll begin anew. It's 2, so that means Neymar is going to pop in. Roll the 5. That's a referee decision, and it's a neutral ref. So we'll roll all 3 die. It's a 4. Roll 1 die. If it's a 1 through 5, the defense trap works, and the offsides is called. It's not. It's a 6. The trap fails. The 0-1 is hauled down. And it's a penalty kick. Oh, no. So a penalty kick for Angel Di Maria in the 66th minute. So a golden opportunity for PSG to finally get on the board. So we're going to come to our penalty kicks. And it's just this chart here. If you roll a 6 through 12, it's a goal. Anything else... And we're going to have to check some things. All right, so Angel Di Maria for PSG, down 2-0 in the 66th minute, trying to get on the board with a penalty kick. And it's a goal! Angel Di Maria with a penalty kick goal. And this game just got a lot tighter. In the 66th minute, another goal comes in. Oh, man, we got ourselves a ball game now. And it will be Di Maria with a goal. No assist because it was a penalty. All right, 2-1 game. With just under 30 minutes to go. I haven't been adding my stoppage times here. So we'll add 2 minutes there. 1 for the goal, 1 for the free kick. So we're going to have 4 minutes added to the end of this game as of right now. Let's get our starters back out for both teams. I think that's everybody. No, I think they switch. I'm not sure. I should probably look at my starters over here. And I realized that I didn't mark down my second goal on my goal sheet, but I know it was Benzema that got that goal. So at least I know who scored it. Okay, so getting tight here. And I think Real Madrid is going to play a little bit more defensively. So I think they're just going to try and burn some clock here and just try and milk this down and end the game. I don't know of a way, and if you do, let me know in the comments. I don't know of a way for like a press, right? So when you play APA hockey, for example, there's 3 different options you can set a team to play with, like a defensive option, a middle option, or like a press option. And depending on the option you choose, there's a lot more outcomes that can occur. I don't think there is that option. I know there's the option to milk the clock. So I'm going to have Real Madrid milk the clock, and I know it's going to come up, so I'll show you what that means. So they control. Junior has it. They roll the 10. That's a 10. Uh-oh. So if the defense has a square, which they've got a bunch of them, they will tackle and take control. So PSG's got control in the 67th minute here. Only down by 1 now. Roll the 3. Roll an 8. So that's going to be a build-up. So the team with the most tactics is going to start an attack. 1, 2. Only 2. So Real Madrid, perfect opportunity. Real Madrid is going to start an attack, but I'm going to have them milk the clock. So I'm just going to act as if they get a regular possession. So it's going to go to 4. So that's Alba. And they roll the 6. That's a take-on. So 2 on offense versus 4. And the take-on's a 3. So the strong quality wins. And it's even, but the home field gets it. So Federico Valverde will win the take-on and earn the attack. But again, they're not going to attack. They're going to try and burn clock. This goes to 5. Roll the 3. Highlight reel. Oh man, they're gonna get a shot anyway. Highlight reel M. Here we go. Roll the 10. Home team green die player. Oh boy, that's Valverde. Called for a foul. Argues vehemently with the ref, and the referee is now friendly to the visiting team. Ooh. Okay, so we'll add a minute of stoppage for that argument there. So Valverde doesn't get carded here, but he is going to argue with the ref, and now the refs are friendly towards PSG, and PSG is going to get the ball, and I'm going to stop it right there and reset the cameras. We're in the 70th minute, 20 minutes to go plus stoppage time, and we've got a 2-1 football game between PSG and Real Madrid. Stay here and settle in for what will inevitably be an exciting conclusion to this Champions League and review demonstration of Soccer Blast. 70th minute, 2-1 game, PSG trailing, and they have the ball, and the refs are friendly towards them if we get any calls. This is going to be a wild finish, I can tell you that right now. So, roll the 4 on the green die, so Hakimi will control. They roll the 7. That's a midfield battle. So this kind of plays into Real Madrid's hands as time will come off the clock. And that will be 3 minutes coming off. So all the way to the 73rd minute already. And team with the most strong starts the next minute with an attack. So 1, 2, 3 strong ratings for PSG. 1, 2, 3 for Real Madrid. And that's the home field advantage. So they will take over with an attack. But they are trying to run the clock out, so they're not going to attack. They're just going to replay the pitch action chart. They roll it 2, and it comes up with an attack anyway, but they'll bypass it, so they burn a minute off and re-roll. And that's a 6, but they're not on attack, so it will be the 4 players switching, and that's an 8. So this is a build-up. So the team with the most pace is going to have an attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be Real Madrid again. And they're going to bypass the attack again and just try and waste time. Again, it's a 6. But they're not on the attack because they bypassed it. Oh, boy. So PSG really needs a turnover here. They roll a 9. That's a sideline battle. 2 minutes come off because it's a 4-5. And look at this. Just like that. Only 13 minutes left in this game with some stoppage time. So now we find out who gets the ball from the out of bounds. Team with the most circle symbols will get it. So we've got 1, 2, 3 for Real Madrid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Here we go. So they've gotten the ball back. PSG's gotten the ball back. What can they do with it? They trail by 1. It's going to be 1 controlling. That's Di Maria. He's got the only goal for PSG. They roll the 5. It's a referee's decision. And remember, the refs are friendly now towards PSG. So what happens here? They roll a 6. Defensive foul, yellow card on Valverde. Oh, no, is that his second? I don't think so, actually. No, it's not. So a yellow on Valverde, and we'll go to our yellow card extra detail to see what it was. So dissent, so he was arguing, and so it will be for dissent. Mark a minute off, and now it's a direct free kick for PSG. So now's a good time as ever to try and get back into this game. Here we go. All right, free kick is going to be taken by Kimpembe. It's a 5 on my free kick chart. It says referee decision again. Referee decision K, and they're friendly. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Real Madrid might be in trouble here. It's a 9. Defensive foul. Offense gets direct free kick. So another free kick. And we're going to add 2 more minutes because I missed the other one. So we're all the way up to 7 minutes now of stoppage time at the end of this game. And it's another free kick for PSG. They're down by 1. Can they generate the equalizer? Taking the free kick is Marquinhos. It's a 9, and that says to use the main chart. So a 9 is a sideline battle. A 4-5 says 2 minutes come off the clock. So we're into the 82nd minute now. And we're going to check the green die to see where the possession goes. It's a 3. That's a team with the most circles. I think that might be PSG again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for PSG. 1, 2, 3. It is PSG again. So they retain. So they'll keep possession. It's not an attack. Goes to 4. So that's Hakimi. Roll the 7. That's a midfield battle. That's a 5. So 5 minutes come off the clock. 3, 4, 5. So just like that, we're into the 87th minute of this game. And a 5 says tactics. Team with the most tactics starts the next round with an attack. And I think this is going to go to Real Madrid. So any tact is only 1. Wow, really? Only 1 for PSG. And I already see 3 here. So Real Madrid is going to start with an attack, but they're going to pass it up to burn the clock. It's a 2. It goes to 2, so that's Asensio controlling. They roll the 4. Home field advantage. Team creates an attack. We're going to bypass that. Take the minute off. And Real Madrid just trying to nurse that 1-goal lead. Roll the 6. It's a take-on between 1 and 5. And it's going to be Star. They're both stars, but Junior has it for home field. Another minute comes off. Another attack that they will bypass yet again. So PSG needs them to turn the ball over here. Roll the 6. Another take on. 4 versus 2. It's a 3. That's strong. Who has the strong quality? Once again, it's Mendy. So we are in the 90th and final minute. They will bypass the attack once again. And it's going to be for controlling. That's a Laba. They roll a 5. That's a referee decision. And the referees are not hostile towards Real Madrid, but they are neutral. And it's an M. So let's see here. Maybe this is the last chance for PSG to get the ball back. So they roll a 5. So we'll roll another die. 1 through 5, it's offside. It's not. Oh, no. 0-2 wide open for a great chance. The goalkeeper must make a spectacular save. So I'm going to add another minute for stoppage. Asensio will take the shot, and this basically is a put-away shot. We roll the 7. We'll still switch the 1. And on the spectacular save, a 7 says if the goalie is 2 or more on a spectacular save, which he is, it is a save. And it's going to head out to... so we got to go to the save chart. It's going to go to D5 if he's got 2 squares, and he does. So, heart attack moment there. Benzema, another shot. But it doesn't go in. So this is it. We're into stoppage time now. No more time can be added. 8 minutes of stoppage time is added. PSG's got the ball. And they are going to try and equalize this game. They are down 2-1 with 8 minutes of stoppage. So it's going to be the number 2. So we'll switch out Mbappe and it's Neymar. They roll a 2. That's an attack if they have a triangle, and they sure do. 1 minute gone in extra time, or stoppage time, I should say. On the attack is PSG. 5 is going to be controlling and switching. They need 4 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got it. They need 5 squares. They don't have it. This is on 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have it. It's going to be on target 9. Oh, look at this. That's the 0-1 is the shooter. Di Maria. Can he have 2 shots? Or 2 goals, rather. Here we go. 5's going to switch. Oh, man. That takes away an assist. So, can they beat it 2? No, it's going to be saved. They needed 5. It's going to be saved. So save 7 says save, but a rebound shot by Di Maria. And the goalie has to make a spectacular save. Oh, my God. Here's the shot. If it's a 2 or better, and it is a big, big save. Woo! For Real Madrid. Let me mark down. That's 2 shots. 2 on-target shots for Di Maria. And he could not bury either one of them. And my God, with only 6 minutes of stoppage time remaining, Real Madrid is going to take over and try and burn that clock out and get a victory at home against Paris Saint-Germain. So, only 3 will switch on defense. Remember, they're not offsides unless they're on the attack or 666s. Roll the 9. That's a sideline battle. Mark off 3 minutes. Oh, look at this. This is going to play beautifully into Real Madrid's hand. So only 3 minutes left in stoppage. Who's going to have the ball? It's a 4. Team with the most circles. 1, 2, 3 circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. Look at this. Here we go. PSG now. Probably the last chance of the game. Roll a 1. So Messi's going to get back out. Oh, boy. Here we go. Roll the 12. Oh, it's a counter. If they have 2 squares, they're going to counter, and they do. So they will burn the time. They're not going to take the attack. So it's a 6. So 1 and 3 on defense are going to switch. 1 and 3 switch. And rolled a 4. So a home team's going to create attack. They're not going to take the attack. They're going to burn the clock and roll it one more time. And wow, look at this. 3's going to switch. Roll the 7. That's a midfield battle. That's the end of the game. Whistle sound. And Real Madrid survives and wins this one 2-1. Okay, so that is a full game of Soccer Blast. And we got a thriller of a game to demonstrate it. So, guys, listen, this game is absolutely phenomenal. It is so much fun to play. Every game is intense. It's high intensity. There's a lot going on. And guess what? I know for a fact I'm not using the full capabilities of this game. There are referee-specific cards. Like, you could find homebrews of people who made ref cards for, like, the EPL guys or the Champions League. So you can actually, like, have specific refs who hate certain teams or like certain teams or have certain biases. You can, like I said, there's so many different score sheets. There's so many different tournaments and rosters and teams that you can buy. I mean, truly a spectacular, spectacular game all the way around. This game is going to spend a lot of time on my table. It already has. I've only had this game for about 2 weeks, and I'll be honest with you, if I played 20 hours of gaming every week, truthfully, this game is 18 to 19 of those hours. It is so much fun, and I'm still learning the game, and I'm sure I skipped a few spots, got a few things wrong, so please let me know what those are down in the comments. That's Soccer Blast, guys, and what a blast it was, and what a game. And Paris, by the way, I have played, that's like the 5th time or something that I played with PSG. That's their first loss. So Real Madrid is legit. That's the first time I played with Real Madrid, and they get the 2-1 victory. PSG had their chances, but they couldn't come back. So that's it. That's Soccer Blast, and that's all for me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've persuaded you to get this game. It's my game of the year so far in 2023. I know it's only February. I know it's early, but this game is just phenomenal. I have so much fun playing this game. I know I'm going to order more EPL seasons. And I'm an Arsenal fan. Arsenal's not even in the Champions League set because they didn't make it last year. They'll make it this year, and they may win the EPL this year. So I definitely will be picking up those games when they come out. 10 out of 10 stars, 5 out of 5 stars, whatever your rating scale is, this game is perfection. Like I said, it's a perfect blend of, oh, that's one last thing, stats. So, I have my own little homebrew stat sheet. I could take a screenshot and throw it up on the screen here. Pretty accurate, 13 shots on goal for Real Madrid. 13 shots, 6 of which on target for Real Madrid. 9 for PSG, 5 were on target. 4 corner kicks for PSG, none for Real Madrid. That's a little bit surprising. Di Maria had a chance for 2 goals. He doesn't get it. Valverde got the first goal. Benzema got the second for Real Madrid. It's an 88.9 save percentage for Thibaut Courtois. That is the keeper, again, for Real Madrid. And Keylor Navas, an 84.6 save percentage, as he had 11 saves on 2 goals on 13 shots. So that's how I like to keep my stats. You can do it any way you want. I know people don't care about stats, and that's fine. Again, this game's a perfect blend of, we got a whole game done. I think it was an hour, and that's with me explaining everything. So it's fast, it's accurate, and it's, most importantly, it's fun. Get it as soon as you can. I'll put the link down in the description. Soccer Blast, and the name, the review is in the title, everyone. It is a blast. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate those of you who have hit subscribe. Please keep on subscribing and sharing with your friends in the gaming community. And once again, have fun and roll on.